All right, today we'll be taking a look at Badger Finance. This is an incredible DApp or decentralized application for the crypto space, which allows you to integrate with other decentralized applications to improve yield farming and many other features. This video was actually requested by one of our viewers, so shout out to you. Also, anyone else who has basically video recommendations, I will be happy to jump on my computer. This is kind of my first time doing this style of video where I have this little setup. So if you can see here in the background, I have this lighting. This will probably be subject to change, but this is just round one. We're going to dive right into what Badger Finance is, what this means, and as always, with this video, I really appreciate anyone who likes and subscribes. You don't have to, but basically this channel just covers all sorts of different global investment sectors, emerging market real estate, cryptocurrencies, commodities, stocks, really anything in the investment space, even alternative assets like watches, art, wine, whiskey. So anyways, let's dive right into one of the hottest spaces right now that I'm personally invested in is the crypto space, especially with Badger. Right off the bat, as you can see, the only one you want to be on is app.badger.finance. That's it. App.badger.finance. That's it. So if there's anything else, do not go on that. It's key with any time you're hooking up your wallet because that'll be the first thing they prompt you to do. So as you can see here, I just loaded this with an empty MetaMask wallet just for example purposes. But the first thing they'll ask you to do up here in the right hand corner will be connect your wallet. So you'll click this and it'll prompt you in this area. So you have MetaMask, you have Wallet Connect, you have Coinbase Wallet. I personally mainly use MetaMask and Ledger. You can use a Wallet Connect. You can use these other options. I also have a small amount of altcoins in Coinbase Wallet. That's a very small amount just because Coinbase Wallet isn't the best, but it's actually really nicely integrated with a lot of things. They have perfect integration with different applications you can put on there. So once you have your wallet connected, so you'll click whichever one you want. I personally use MetaMask, which is one of the most popular, but you'll click whichever one you want. And again, make sure you're on app.badger.finance. That is the only one you want to be on. Make sure that's what you're on. So once you have this connected, you'll come over here to account overview. You'll be able to see exactly what's going on with your account. You'll have if you have BTC in your MetaMask, any of these different things, and then also your Badger rewards in this area. So if you have done anything with the airdrop, you'll be able to claim rewards. So claim your Badger tokens. They do have this Badger token that's currently at the time of recording this, $6.78. Pretty interesting, honestly. The Badger token. I'm a bit more bullish on the 1 inch token, which is kind of interesting. But again, they're for different purposes. This is more for yield farming, which we'll get into later, like the main purpose of Badger Finance. They have these sets and supersets that we'll talk about. And then also you have staking in the hunt thing, which is pretty interesting. They have some unique features as well. The hunt is kind of one of the interesting things. So this is just to cover a little bit of what's going on with Badger Finance. So global statistics, total value locked in Badger is 15.9 BTC. So pretty interesting there, especially as BTC rises in price. I do enjoy that they have it derived in Bitcoin because a lot of people that are extremely bullish on the crypto space don't derive things in US dollars. They derive things in fixed assets like Bitcoin. There only will ever be 21 million Bitcoin. So to have it not derived in US dollars, I think is kind of interesting. And then you have the total growth, which is 287 BTC. And then again, that Badger price that we talked about. So, and then they have these cycles. And it's basically these like yield farming cycles. And then here at the bottom, you can see these, which are pretty important. If you want to kind of do further research, making sure people are active in the community before you kind of dive in and buy this Badger token, you want to definitely check out the GitHub, check out the forum. That would be way too long of a video, so I'll just kind of show you those down below. Again, you can check out other things they have, like their Twitter page, their forums. All those definitely help. So it's always important to always do your own research. We have recorded a video in the past about this, basically like a do your own research strategy that was pretty in depth. So go check that out on our channel. All right, so let's jump into the sets. So basically, this is the as you can see here, the Bitcoin volts for generating automated yield. So kind of interesting, in the crypto space. A lot of people want to make more money. Like instead of constantly trading, people that are holding cryptocurrencies for the long run, you want to be able to use them. And one way you can use them is generating automatic yield. And you have staking, you have yield farming, you have many different ways of doing this. But one of the most interesting ways is being to interact with all of them. And it's I kind of see Badger Finance honestly as like, 1inch is a DEX aggregator, so a decentralized exchange aggregator, helping you find the best deal when you want to make a swap. So Uniswap is just one of the decentralized exchanges, but there's many others, and that's really what 1inch does. But with Badger, it kind of aggregates a lot of these different ones you can use. So as you can see here, you have things like Harvest Finance, you have things like Sushi LP, and again, you can look through all these. You have Badger has its own. You have Curve.fi, pretty interesting to look at, and you can see the annual percentage rate, the total deposited, your deposit, your wallet. And again, this is pretty interesting. And the reason I think it's a bit interesting is you can see what is the total deposit. Okay, so who has done the most? So okay, let's just look through these. Okay, so we have this Badger set with the annual percentage rate. You have this Curve Finance with the annual percentage rate of 26%. So this is pretty insane. You have an insane promised amount of annual percentage rate. So you have 461.57%. There's the total deposited is a very small amount. So as you can see, the more deposited, the lower the annual percentage rate typically, because it's a bit more safe. And like over here, this is pretty insane. So the annual percentage rate is 271%, but the total deposited is an insane amount. So again, you'll just have to pick and choose over here, but it's interesting because you can kind of interact with any one of these you choose. You have this annual percentage rate up here with Sushi right here, wrapped BTC. So whenever you see WBTC, that's wrapped BTC. Okay, so you also have the Sushi Badger wrapped BTC. So then after the sets, that's just a basic overview of how that works, and then we can hop into supersets. And this is basically additional yield. So as I said, it kind of aggregates a lot of these different things. And Harvest Finance is an interesting DAPP, again, decentralized application in the crypto space, that basically allows you to have compounding on your yield farming. And the interesting thing here is, as Albert Einstein once said, compound interest is truly the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. So are you earning compound interest or are you paying compound interest? That's something you need to ask yourself. If you're in credit card debt, you're paying compound interest. If you're investing, mostly at least in good quality researched assets and things that you're not investing what you cannot lose. That's the key. Never invest what you cannot lose, and don't invest in anything that you do not understand. That's why doing your own research is so important. Do not just listen to people on YouTube all the time. Do not just listen to my channel all the time. Go do your own research. Find out if you think it's a good investment, okay? I cannot reiterate that enough. But this is just one tool, if you're already invested, to help you basically compound that. So again, as Albert Einstein once said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. I don't know how I feel about this little circle thing, but we're getting used to it. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. But anyways, back to Badger. So this is the superset, all right? So this basically, as I said, so you have the sets over here. So you have the dashboard, which we went over first. Then you have the sets, which is basically aggregating all those. And then you have supersets. So this basically generates additional yield through auto compounding farm strategy on Harvest Finance. This is interesting. Again, you have to do your own research on all these different things, whether it's Hex, whether it's Harvest Finance, any of these compounding sites. There's risk. There's always risk involved because you don't know exactly what's going to happen, but there's a lot of upside as well. Because if your money's sitting in a U.S. bank account, I mean, what's your percentage rate? You're getting a ridiculously low percentage rate. I think it's like under 1%, honestly. Like with BlockFi, I mean, a simple interest-bearing account where you get 8.6% APY. I have some money in BlockFi. I have a decent amount of BTC in BlockFi. And that's what I use for just kind of a safe way to store it, because they have, they back up your money. They have all these promises. And I really enjoy the founders. I really am a fan of Anthony Pompliano, and I support BlockFi. And I'm also interested in their card. But the point here is you don't want to be earning 1% interest on your money, especially if you're young, because the power of compound interest, this could be a whole other video, but here, you're seeing 27.6% APY, and you're compounding this. You understand? So it's not just like you have $100 and you're getting $27. or you have $1,000 and you're getting $270. That's off these percentages. No, every month you're compounding. That's what these do. That's what like Harvest Finance does. So again, this could be a whole nother video, but it's very, very interesting, the benefits you have here with supersets, generating automatic yield, because otherwise you're going to have to go into these each and every day and kind of restake, do all these different things. But again, you see this mass amount deposited, so you have 2,928 deposited. Now let's move on to staking with Badger. Okay, so this is basically being able to deposit like a wrapped version of a coin. So you have like synthetics can do this, Ren can do this. So you have like Ren BTC or wrapped BTC or wrapped Ethereum, all these different things. And when you do this, you earn Badger tokens. Okay, so you have staking on many different platforms. This is just Badger's way of doing it. I have not personally done this yet, but I think it's interesting. You know, you have wrapped BTC with Sushi over here, 800 487% APY, 36% APY. 461% APY, 271% APY, 26. You get the point. Pretty insane numbers over here. Uh, it's interesting. You don't want to be the only one staking. Let me tell you that. That's one thing that you can learn from DeFi. You want to be, you don't want to be the first, and you don't want to be the last. So kind of the second mover advantage is a big thing with this. So again, you have really, really nice uh, staking opportunities here. And then lastly, let's go to Hunt. This is honestly one that I do not know a ton about, but I know it is unique to Badger. So this is one of the things that is interesting. They have like these new epochs. So or epic, however you want to say it. So basically, this says, since this is an empty wallet, so like I have used Badger in the past, but with this MetaMask wallet, just for this example video, I use an empty MetaMask wallet. So I don't have any to claim, but in the past I have had some to claim because I kind of did a little research on it. So this basically says the hunt has begun. If you're seeing this message, you have either claimed your Badger or did not qualify for the airdrop. So that with this wallet, I did not qualify. But if you have done any of their kind of like interactive things in the past, they basically have these hunts where it's like different tasks you can do, and that's how you can get the airdrop. So it's an interesting kind of like incentive-based airdrop. I kind of like this actually. And then you have Badger builds products to accelerate Bitcoin and DeFi. Our core product is Set Vault, which generates automatic yield for tokenized Bitcoin. Click on the Set tab in the header to explore and learn more about Badger DAO. Okay, so this is basically all these different things you can do with Badger, and that'll kind of wrap up this video. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of Badger, if you'll be using any of these things, sets, supersets, staking, and then participating in the hunts that they have coming up. So all interesting things. I kind of like this gamifying DeFi. So interesting things we have going on here with Badger. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave us a like down below, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button, and click all. So like, subscribe, button all, like, subscribe, button all, invest global, and until next time.